What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Um, clipping you, clipping Lou, coming back at you at Hardcore Casuals. Um, the only I'm only going. I got about 30 minutes, and uh, I didn't want to wait too much longer before I put another video out. It's already been a couple days, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. And the reason I'm doing it live, um, because I don't have to upload it and take that extra time when I'm finished. And since I'm pretty busy today, I'm not going to have time. So clock. So my connection is unstable. Well, what's going on, last one? But anyway, I gotta try to keep my voice down. So I hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna turn all the stuff off in the background. My wife is out working in the next room. She works from home. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna do this quick video real quick. Y'all read the title. Yeah, man. I was on medical leave. I got um explaining to everybody about my thyroid. Um, what is this going on for? But anyway, Lulu's doing fine. She's right there. Lulu, come here. She been tripping around. I appreciate that last one. So yeah, man. So been a couple days since the King Anthony Joshua regained his titles, and it made me think. At the end of that fight, when they asked, and when they went to talk to Andy Ruiz, and he came up, he said, Brian, what's up, bro? My bro back in the house, Lou over there, man. Lou over there getting her ass licked on. But okay, yeah. So at the end of that fight, Andy Ruiz, hey Brian, how can you hear me? Okay, bruh. Trying to keep it down because Jessica's working in the next room. I don't want to bother her too much, but I still want y'all to hear me. But anyway, yeah, he come up with he said he wasn't going to make any excuses, but then he came up with the most ridiculous excuses in the world. He ate too much, partied too much. Uh, what's good, Tommy? Yeah, partied too much, ate too much, and didn't train enough. And but he's not going to make any excuses, is what he said, and that was why he lost the fight. And so that made me think about what it takes to be a champion and the mentality you gotta have. See, anybody can become champion. Like anybody can get a lucky punch off and win a fight. Oh no, let me make that. Let me rephrase that. Anybody can win a belt, but not everybody can be a champion. You feel me? There's a difference between a belt holder and a champion, right? And Andy Ruiz lost the second fight soon as he walked out the ring. Soon as the first fight was over, he lost the second one. Because it takes a certain mentality to be a champion. And people like Andy Ruiz and Tyson Fury, they don't have it. You know, now Tyson Fury, he likes to run around and claim he's the lineal champion and whatnot. But that's easy to do because that is a champion. For one, he's not lineal champion. For one, let's get that straight. And for two, even if he was, there's nothing he has to do. There's no responsibility. There's no bar that he's being held to. You know, we can see that he fights who he wants. You know, he's not sanctioned. He don't have mandatories, you know, or anything like that. And even more so, though, he doesn't have a responsibility to the public. In my eye, you know what I'm saying? A champion has a responsibility to the public. You know what I'm saying? Because, like it or not, you're a role model. People are looking at you. You know, especially kids, you know, especially children, you know, they looking at you and they want to be what they see. And champions represent the ultimate winner. And so who doesn't want to be a winner, you know? So when Tyson Fury won the fight with Klitschko, he doesn't have one title defense, not a one. He got, you know, he started getting depressed. He started doing drugs and he blew up, gained a couple hundred pounds, and he then he went to retirement. Then you know he come, and then once somebody else got all the belts, now he wants to come back. You know, so it basically, but he still wants to claim that title. He still wants to to be recognized as a champion. But when you were champion, you folded under the pressure of being champion. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I don't what's going on Candy Crush. And like I say, I got a lot of problems with Wilder. You know, I didn't I feel like my problem with Wilder is he's just a disappointment. I feel like Wilder never uh he took a lot of shit for granted and therefore he never achieved his full potential. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got to still say, you know, he still has a it's complicated with Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, if you're a champion, you know, you in boxing, in the sport of boxing, you're supposed to take on all comers. And I really feel like Wilder doesn't do that. You know, he's protected a lot, you know, but he still, I believe Wilder still knows the importance of being a champion because uh, what he said about Ruiz after the loss to Anthony Joshua was spot on. You know, it was spot on. It was hard, but it was fair, and it was the truth. You know what I mean? There's no fucking excuses, man. You knew this fight was coming. So for you not to train and for you to eat and all this shit, you know, you started believing your own hype. That I mean, how could you believe that PBC characterization of Anthony Joshua that he really is some type of bum ass hype job? And that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, um, being a champion is more than just winning. The winning that fight or winning that game. You know, the real work of being champion comes after that, right? You're just a belt holder right now, or you're just a title holder at that time. You're not a champion until you successfully defend the belt or that title, you know? And a lot of people, they can't do that. You know, they can't deal with it, you know, and that's why, and that leads to, like, you know, the hate Joshua goes through, man. Like, I'm working on the video right now, you know, and there's a YouTuber out there, Best Fight the Best. That's his name. After the Joshua fight, I went and checked out some of a video he put up, and it was just, you know, he said on the video that he hates him. I'm gonna put this shit up. Hopefully, I'll get back today and I'll get to work on it and finish it. He said he hates him and he wish everything bad in life happened to him. and he can't even give a fucking reason why. It's like the ultimate hater. Cause all Joshua ever did was try to be a champion in and out the ring, you know. And as Ruiz proved, it's not the easiest thing to do, and everybody can't do it, you know. So yeah, and the hate that comes with that is, I swear, yo, I cannot remember another boxer that received as much hate, unwarranted hate, as Anthony Joshua, man. I was looking at some of the some interviews that he did after the after getting his belts back, and it's just so hard to find something to hate on unless you're just a true hater. You know, I mean, you really just gotta be a true hater, man. Like, you know, and I know some people think it's an act, or you know, he's fronting, but I don't see that. I don't agree with that. You know, or I guess they feel like because of Eddie Hearn, he had doors open for him that I guess Wilder feels like he had to fight for, and all this bullshit. But hell, you know, you got a white guy behind you too. So I don't understand where the hate comes from, but it's there. You know, being a champion is so like going into the ring and fighting. That's the easy part of being champ. That's the easiest part about it. All the other shit, the training, the appearances, the knowing that you got people looking at you, and that you know, the how you carry yourself. If you choose to be a great champion, how you carry yourself. Max, what's up? How you carry yourself, you know, and inspire the people that's looking at you. You know, I was looking at a one of them interviews. He is talking about going to the gym with the belts, opposed to if he would have lost that fight. You know, the reaction from the kids that look up to him, how much different it would have been. You know, and something I never thought about at that time, but you know, he is absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he would have went back without them belts, all them little guys that's looking up to him, it would have it would have tore a little piece out of him. You know, it would have just, you know, I'm trying to think of how to word it, man. But it's hard to go tell a kid, hey, you know, I did my best, but my best wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Those are lessons that come later in life. You know, kids don't got the brain power to process all, you know, I mean, they do, you know, because, you know, you want to try your best, but when they're looking up to their hero, you know what I'm saying, to the person they want to be like, it's different thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing he recognized that, you know, and Don with Wilder, you know, I'm not going to even talk shit on the man, about the man. When he gets in the ring, you know, regardless who he getting in there with, he's going in there knowing and feeling like he's the motherfucking champ, you know, and he don't take it for granted as far as, you know, going in there out of shape, and, you know, I've been partying and bullshit for 3 months, and so that's why I got my ass handed to me regardless of his lack of skill. You know, he rides his motherfucking right hand, and, you know, it's been working for him so far. You know, I don't always gotta agree with it, but it's better than coming in that motherfucker talking about I ate too many cheeseburgers during the 3 months that I was supposed to be training. You know, and the same, like I say, the same goes with Tyson Fury. You know, this guy He wants all the glory of being the champion and none of the work. And none of the work. You know what I'm saying? And it just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. And if that's the route you're going to take, then your reign as champion or title holder will be short. You won't make it past your first title defense. You know, Joshua did what he was supposed to do. But when you think about that, what was he supposed to do? He came there leaner. He changed his fighting style. He was disciplined. He wanted it. That's the shit you do when you want it. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit you do when you don't take your position for granted, you know. And I like one thing he said when he was talking about he gave Ruiz the belts. I'm glad he explained that because I couldn't understand that. He said because the pressure, he just wanted that pressure off of him for 5 minutes. He is so exhausted and shit. But then once he lost the motherfucking belt, it was like, you know, that's when he really realized what he had and how bad he wanted to keep it. You know, so back to Fury or Fury, he goes around selling that lineal champion myth, because that's what the fuck it is. It's a myth. You know, I mean, it's a real thing, but as far as he's concerned, it's a myth. You know, and he wanted to claim that. That's why, man, I feel like Tyson Fury is way overrated. You know, and I'm not talking about skill wise. I'm talking about as far as accomplishments, man. You know, he's even fucking. You know what? Fuck that. Even skill. Even as far as skill is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, he beat Klitschko, but he never fucking defended his title. Now, what if he would have had the rematch with Klitschko? Would Klitschko have done the same thing Joshua did in his fight leading up to, in his second fight with Ruiz? Would he have studied and seen his mistakes, corrected those mistakes, and went back at Tyson Fury, a whole different animal? Or it's hard for me to believe that Klitschko would have went and fought the same fight. But we never got to find out because the title holder, Tyson Fury, never, he collapsed, he crumbled before it ever happened. And that, to me, that's just some weak ass shit. Like, you know what? Because one thing about Tyson, Andrew Ruiz, see, at least he did make it to, at least he did make it back to the ring for the second fight. Tyson never even made it that far. He fucking started his crumble caking immediately. He started falling apart. What? Video. I'm live now. You good? You just can't be loud, Carl. I ain't been loud so far, Jess. Hey, Jess, can I get a blunt, please? What? Can you bring me a blunt? The weed. Carl, we don't. Never mind. God damn it, man. Ah, fuck. Anyway, yeah, he never even made it to the fucking ring. He never made it back. So, and now he wants to sell that motherfucking lineal, goddamn, that lineal champion title, because that's what it is, like Foreman. It's a title, you know. He wants to sell that motherfucker, goddamn it, like a fucking 1-900 psychic. You know what I'm saying? They don't got shit. They don't have a product, but yet they want you to give them something for the bullshit that they're telling you. And that's what fucking Tyson Fury's doing. You know, And this motherfucker, that he got the audacity to sit there and talk so much motherfucking shit about AJ, you know. Ben Davis with his poor man Tyson Fury's comment, it just that just shows you, the level of jealousy, man, because see, and what they're jealous about is because they see that scared them, man. Ben Davis said that shit because he seen something he feared.
You better send me half of it.
I got you, Jess. Ben Davis said that shit because he seen something that he feared during that rematch. What he seen is a man that can adapt and switch his styles to fit his opponent. Lennox Lewis was good at that. Lennox Lewis could switch his style and change it up according to who he was fighting. You know? So so yeah, and that is and that's the same motherfucking thing that Ben Davis seen in Joshua in that Ruiz fight. That's why he tried to, that's why he fucking started, talking that shit and wouldn't give him his props. And he had to mention, the poor man's Tyson Fury shit, because he was wanting to try to send the message out to everybody that, hey, you know, uh, Tyson Fury, my guy's better. He wanted to try to get people to think about that and compare him to Tyson Fury as far as the boxing, that particular style of fighting goes. But that's not what you should think about. What you should think about is how many styles can Joshua switch up to, right? Now, I done seen Joshua switch it up in real time during the fight. We done seen him lose and come back and avenge that loss. We done seen him fight many different ways, but really, I don't know why people are surprised. He did the same thing with Parker, pretty much, you know. Uh, and that's what and that's what Ben Davis seen. That's why Ben Davis said what he said. You know, because okay, so let's think about something, right? So Anthony Joshua can switch his style up to look like a poor man's Tyson Fury, according to Ben Davis, right? But can Tyson Fury switch his style up to look like a poor man Anthony Joshua? See, that's the question now. Cause like uh, Joshua got power. He can knock a motherfucker out. He can bang it. He can bang on the inside. He can bang on the outside. You know, he can use it. He can fight tall. You know, but can Tyson Fury do that? He can trade blows. Can Tyson Fury do that? I don't know if Tyson Fury want to get in the middle of the ring and trade blows with a motherfucker like Anthony Joshua. With a motherfucker like don't nobody want to trade blows with Wilder. Don't nobody want to do that. But hell, Tyson Fury couldn't even fucking get in the middle of the ring and trade blows with a goddamn Dominic Brazil, you know, because Brazil just he doesn't have he ain't gonna knock out no motherfucking body. Well, Dominic got a good chin. I should have used somebody else. Another example. I don't know, but he ain't gonna knock a motherfucker out. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, Tyson don't have that power, and that's going to limit him. You see, because he won't be able to do certain things that Josh would do because the power that Joshua has is the reason why he can do that. You know what I mean? So you ain't going to see fucking Tyson Fury Go in there with real is the key word here. Top tier competition and get a knockout in the early rounds. Tyson is going the distance. Any any top 10 ranked boxer that's legit, he's gonna go the distance with him. He's not getting no goddamn knock. He ain't getting no knockout against a Dillian White. He's not knocking Dillian White out. He's gonna have to outbox him for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So even though Tyson Fury is nice and he's a great boxer, he's kind of one dimensional. He can't switch it up. You know, he can't switch it up. Like Terrence Crawford. That's what makes Terrence Crawford so dangerous. Is Terrence Crawford can fight anyway. He southpaw, right? Southpaw, orthodox. He can goddamn switch and man inside outside. I mean, fucking man, that motherfucker that's a bad motherfucker. And boxers like that, in my opinion, are the most motherfucking dangerous. They're the most dangerous because they can answer you. See, if you beating this guy this way, see a lot of boxers, fighters, just say fight, right? And a lot of fighters, man, if their way of fighting is their way of fighting. So if you fucking got their card, you just got their goddamn card. It's hard for motherfuckers to switch their style up. Especially, I mean, they might be able to change one or two things, but like just to switch their style up altogether, like for a slugger, uh, uh, for a slugger to go and box 12 rounds, that's something that a lot of motherfuckers can't do, man. You know. And so when you see people like that, man, that's a dangerous ass motherfucker you want to go against. I agree with you, Pay Paul. Yeah, you damn right. Fury has Fury has one style. Yeah, he's just a straight up boxer. That's what Fury's going to do. And Wilder is the same way. What Wilder just he's going to go in there. I can't even say Wilder's a slugger, man. He's just going to go in there and he's going to try to land that right hand. That's what Wilder's going to do. Wilder is so fucking dependent on his right hand that even if he did try to fucking switch his style up for a particular opponent, soon as he get hit or in trouble or the shit ain't working, he's gonna revert right back to trying to land that right. If he ever damn fucking abandon it to begin with, he's not gonna do that. You know, and these people and they see that. They see that, yo. But yeah, so that's what made Josh was such a dangerous champion, you know, and that's why everybody can't be a champion. Everybody don't got the mindset to be a champion, man. You know, being a champion is more than winning the title. And Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz is the perfect example of that. I I found out something. Um, who? Oh man, I want to give him credit. I can't remember what I was watching. One of them guys, man. One of them, another YouTube channel I was watching, man, said it might have been. I ain't gonna say because I don't want to get it wrong, but anyway, Anthony Josh was like only the fourth uh, heavyweight champion, or I don't know if it was boxers, period, or just heavyweights, but he's only the fourth to lose the belt and win it back in an immediate rematch. Do you know how hard that is? That's a hard motherfucking thing to do. He's only the fourth to do it in an immediate rematch. Man, that's a champion, yo. That's a champion. in 6 months, he had to not perfect a whole different style, you know, but he had to adapt himself to a whole different style. Cause like he even said it, there's muscle memory, man. Like that's why, and that's a lot of the reason why when a fighter get hit, if he's trying to switch up styles or whatever for a particular fight or whatever, that's why when they get hit and caught that one time and get in trouble, that's why they go back to what they know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Candy Crush. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Alongside Lennox, Ali. I think it was I ain't gonna try to even remember. Y'all know I got bad memory. Forgot the others. Yeah, think about this. Does Wilder really have that much power? Why I say that is because he has 43 fights. 40 of those fights were cab drivers taking the fight on short notice, and all 40 were worked regular jobs. Bruce Lee. Oh, okay, Brian, I got what you saying. Yeah, like on my arm. Yep. Yeah, that right there, that water. I don't know if y'all can see that. It might not, you might not be able to see it in the candle, but my little brother talking about what Bruce Lee said about flexibility. Be like water. Water can flow, water can crash. Be water, my friend. Be able to adapt to whatever situation you in. You know, and you know what? A PayPal. I've done some videos uh way back in the summer saying basically the same thing as you, not the same thing as far as the reasons behind it, but I question Deontay Wilder's power too, because you know every time I seen Deontay knock a motherfucker out, he was fucking coming. It was like he was getting his power from leverage, like from throwing the blow from fucking way out here and throwing a wild ass blow and hitting the motherfucker with it. Like, man, if you can goddamn most people that get that can land that type of motherfucking blow will knock a motherfucker out. If I can goddamn drop back to my fucking ankles and come forward and hit a motherfucker and actually land a blow, yeah, I probably knock him out too. But see, that's where the cab drivers come in, because somebody with real skill, he telegraphs his fucking punches so much they would see that shit and fuck him up, you know, and punching in the back of the head and shit. You know what I mean? So I questioned his power too. You know, like I want to see a motherfucker like look at the a Mike Tyson, uh, a fucking a Riddick Bowe, a fucking whole a Lennox Lewis, Joshua, Klitschko. Like you can see them motherfuckers, they can hit you short. They can hit your ass on the inside and fuck you up and end your night. I don't think I ever seen Deontay Wilder hit a motherfucker from inside with a short hook or uppercut and knock them out. That's true power. That's true boxing power. Now power is what's like speed times distance, right? That's what power is. The quicker you can close that gap, the more power you're gonna have in your punch. You know, that's why them big muscles don't really mean shit. You know, long lean muscles are for speed and explosiveness. You know, um, and so when I see Wilder knocking these motherfuckers out, I hadn't seen true power. Now I gave him credit when he knocked out Dominic Brazil. I gave him a little credit, even though that wasn't a short. Excuse pardon me, y'all. Even though that wasn't really a short blow like I would like to see. The way I define true power, Brian, you agree with that? You know, but it was better than coming from your fucking ankles and shit. You know, So I kind of gave him a little bit of credit for that, but I'm still not convinced. You know, I'm still not convinced. But I ain't, I wouldn't recommend a motherfucker go in there and test it. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go in that motherfucker and give give him and that power respect. So they won't be cleaning your ass up off the canvas at the end of the month, and you get up wondering what fucking day it is. You don't want that. You don't want to test that shit out in the ring. So that's like playing Russian roulette. He might not have true power, but then again, do you want your guy to go in there and be the one we find that out with? And that's why, like, check this shit out. Now, there was it was Ring Guy Q that I was watching. I think, hey, yeah, that's what I think I was watching when it said about the four times has a fighter won the belt back in an immediate rematch. Anyway, Ruiz had already agreed to fucking fight Wilder for undisputed after the Joshua fight. Now I don't know if it was signed or how how official it actually was, but that's the fucking same thing Joshua did. That's how you got the belt. And then everybody say when people are saying that Joshua overlooked look Andy Ruiz, and then now so Andy is going to do the same shit. Like, how can that? That's why he had to fucking be on the same that PBC bullshit, that narrative that they push concerning Anthony Joshua, you know, where they really believe this guy's a hype job and he's some type of lame ass motherfucking fighter. Or some type of, like, he's really not. You ain't gonna accomplish everything this man accomplished. Been usually Olympic gold medalists usually aren't hype jobs, for one. They're not. 16 won his first world 16 fight, won his first world title. 19 won against Klitschko to unify. 21, another unification. Lost his belt, which was the best motherfucking thing. I might have to do a separate video about that. But Anthony Joshua losing his motherfucking belt to Andy Ruiz was the best thing that happened for his career. That was the best thing that happened for his career. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm pretty sure, you can probably find a lot of people in his camp to agree with me. See, the Floyd Mayweather era fuck boxing up. It really did. There was more value in having an undefeated record than the quality of the opponents that you fought. Hey, fight. Don't matter if you fight 50 bums. I think Mayweather was good though. I'm not under the belief that Mayweather was goddamn, wasn't good. What Mayweather, he was fucking really nice, as far as defensively and shit. He made it hard to fucking lay a hand on him. But anyway, the thing is, him being undefeated, everybody else thought that was the way to go to fucking to get the money and the fame and all that shit that came with it, to get what Mayweather got. And they deluded themselves. That's not the quality of the opponents you fight is going to mean more than having an undefeated record. Because Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are still undefeated, right? But Joshua is still the better fighter. He still got the better. Now I'm not saying he can beat both of them. We'll have they got to fight for us to see. But when you look at them resumes and the way he was going, not wanting to fight nothing but top 10 competition, he was bound to lose sooner or later, and he's probably going to lose again, and that's okay. That's okay. That's a good thing. Because this video is about the mentality of a champion. And one of the biggest things about that is that a champion, what is how you bounce back. It's what you do after the loss that's really going to tell the type of man, the type of champion, the type of fighter you are. And so, these fighters fighting scared, trying to protect that zero. So they don't want to really fight anybody that's really going to be a real threat to that. We'll never get to see how good they really are. And they won't ever get a chance to prove it to prove to themselves how good they really are. Because they're scared of what will happen if they lose. But that's not what you should think about. What you should think about is how you will come back after that. For real, like, if Joshua would have won against Andy Ruiz on June 1st, it would have been on to the next. And, that would have been that. We still would have been talking about the Wilder and unifications and all that shit. But because he did lose, his star rose even higher. He's got even more motherfucking fans. Pay-per-view broke records, right? Best pay-per-view he ever did, right? He got even more. The comeback story. Everybody loves a good comeback. And that's where this man was drugged through the fucking mud for the whole 6 months. Man, I swear, man, that had to be the lowest and the hardest thing that man ever went through in his life. If there's something harder, I would like to know what it was. I'm talking about career. I'm not talking about personal shit. I'm talking about boxing. Think about that. I mean, this man went from being number one in the world to people telling him he need to fucking retire. Retire. The guy that's an Olympic gold medalist, won the championship, became world champion, and fewer fights than I think he was. He do. Has anybody else became champion in fewer fights? I don't think so. I'll have to look into it to be 100% sure, but I don't think they have. I mean, and so he went from being, man, like just the number one boxer in the world, the biggest draw. He still was the biggest draw and all that shit. Fans and everybody loved him, to being to motherfuckers telling you to fire your goddamn trainer, and fucking retire. Man, hey man, like, hey, vindication. The vindication he must be feeling right now. Because he didn't do any of that shit that all these so-called experts was telling him to do. And I like what he said in the interview on the BBC. I think he said, fuck them boxing. I'm the boxing expert. And he is. He goes in the fights every goddamn couple months, So yeah, man. So yeah, like, how sweet is that? How sweet is that, man? He lost everything. I mean, you know, that of course he still had his money and all that shit, but I'm talking about as far as the way he was perceived and the status. That's what I think that's a better word. The status, man. I mean, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine riding a wave so high and then it crashes and you're in the lowest place than you've been career wise ever. With motherfuckers telling you to give it up. Hey, y'all smash that like button for me real quick. motherfuckers telling you just to give it up, man. Retire. Like you ain't the guy that won the Olympic gold medal. You're not the guy that beat Klitschko to unify on his 19th fight. You're not the guy that became champion on 16 fights. You're not the guy to unify again in 21 fights. This loss was the best thing that happened for his career so far. Because he had the mentality of a champion and he did the things necessary, the things that everybody was saying he couldn't do. He did it and bounced back. I was never of the belief that I was on sick leave then, and a couple times I came so close to putting the video out, you know, but I didn't. I didn't. But if I would have, that's what I had said. I was going, what the fuck are y'all talking about? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all saying this motherfucking man need to change everything. Is this not the same goddamn guy that accomplished all these things? And so y'all basically telling him to go back to the fucking drawing board? Go back to the fucking drawing board and start all over, throw everything out. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start over. From Z. They basically told the man to rebuild to change up everything about him. Get ready to train or change your fighting style. It's the only way you can win. Only way you'll be able to come back. I'm so glad he didn't listen. What do you think about Floyd and girl collection shit? Abdul, I don't know what you're talking about on what Floyd made a deal with the devil that's right undefeated. Hi, first time here. Hey, what's going on, Martin? How you doing, man? I hope you enjoy it. Hope you stick around, man. It's um yeah, so I hadn't got around to the girl collection, Abdul. So you had to either let me know a little bit about it, or I can address it in the next video I put out. But yeah, so that that's why hopefully other boxers see that. Hopefully other boxers see that and see, and they stop being so goddamn protective over the undefeated shit. Uh, Hold on 1 second. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So so if other boxers are watching that, you know, and they see, well, hell, Anthony Joshua lost, and it didn't destroy his career. It didn't slow his money down. fuck. Okay, in the Andy Ruiz fight, I can't remember what Joshua did. Was it like 50 something million? Is what he was supposed to get. Goddamn, the second fight he got 85 million. So it didn't slow his money down. It didn't hurt him at all. It helped him. It helped him to lose. So what's the takeaway from that? What's the lesson from that? The lesson is, as long as you're fighting quality opponents, that's what the fuck matters the most. Calm down, girl. That's what matters, man. The zero don't matter. Stop. The zero don't matter. That's not what the value is. You create your own value through what you do. Through through the level of competition you fight. You know, through the through the quality of your product. That's what that's what's going to create your value. You know, and sometimes you got to lose to win. You know, sometimes sometimes you got to lose to win. There's value in the loss. Abdul, okay. Uh, I'm a welder, my man. Uh, yeah, I'm from. Of course, I'm from the United States. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me read this question. Abdul said, "Can you talk about yourself? What do you do for life?" Yeah, I'm a welder. Uh, I work. If you go back to see some of my old videos, you'll see I was in a work truck a lot. Riding around. Anyway, that job, I was a shopping cart and ladder technician, and I rode around to all these box stores, like the depart. I don't know where you live at, but you know, we call them box stores here in America. It's like the big Walmarts and Lowe's and Home Depot and places like that. And I repaired all the backroom equipment and the shopping carts that they had. So yeah, that's what I did. But I'm a welder by trade, also concrete finisher. I finished concrete before I started welding, and then I switched it up to welding. Um, yeah, so I'm 42. I think I'm. I don't keep up with my age. I think I'm like 42 years old, married. Uh, um, shit. What else you want to know? I started doing this because the reason why I started doing this boxing channel because I've been a fight fan. The guy Brian Buchanan, that's my little brother. We fight, we goddamn watch fights, man. We're into combat. Just the art of combat, man. Like, and I had stopped watching boxing uh for a long time. I stopped watching boxing for a long time, and I just went to UFC because I felt like the sport of boxing had got so watered down, and boxers were scared to fight each other, man. They just fucking wasn't fighting each other no more. So I started, doing the UFC shit. And Anthony Joshua was the boxer that brought me back. So when I started looking at him, appreciate that, man. A lot of people say that. When I started, when I discovered Joshua right before the Klitschko fight, uh, and then I watched the Klitschko fight, and I was like, "Damn, this guy really is good." So, and he's young; he didn't have that many fights, But when I got on YouTube to try to find, uh, you know, commentary about him, videos about him, so I can find out more about who he was, there everything that I seen from over here in the United States was hatred. It was just they were hating on the man so bad and so and it was just not necessary. It was just there was no reason for it other than pure hatred. And so then I stumbled across Bruce Vane, and he was like me. He was fed up like me. So he started a channel, and I was like, shit. Well, he can't do it by himself. So then I started me a channel. But I got sickle cell and hypothyroidism, and a couple months after I started my channel, I had some medical issues arose, and I I had to take a medical leave. It wasn't not too serious, but it was something I had to address. And so now I'm coming back, and you know, go ahead and ride it till the wheels fall off, man. I'm trying to start my own business again. I had my own little welding business, Iron Man Welding, Iron Man's with an S, Iron Man's Welding. And then, but I got shot. Somebody broke into my house, and I got shot through my own bedroom door and left to die on my bedroom floor. And I'm a survivor though, so I couldn't go out like that. So long story short, I uh, I lost my business because of the time I was. It took to recover. Like they told me at first, they didn't know if I would walk again, and they didn't know if I would be able to weld again. And then it would just they said it would be a year before I I would be able to go back to welding. So I fucking well, they said it'd be a year before I go back to work, but in 4 months I was back working, and within about 8 months I was welding again. But you know, the expenses that from me being out of work and all that, man, I lost my business. So that's when I got the job doing the ladder, doing the cart tech. That's when I got that job. So, and now I'm trying to start my business again because I don't like working for other people. You know, I got a champion mentality. Yeah, Brian, that's my little brother right there. Yeah, Brian was a knockout artist for real. Me and my brother trained. We was training Brian when he was young, man. We was kind of thugged out with it though. So we were we were yeah, we were training Brian at like 6 years old, man. And we used to have him go out there and knock out other little kids and shit in the hood. So Brian been knocking motherfuckers out for years. But who the hell is that? Smoke dark. It looked like it looked like it looks like you're sniffing coke. No, I'm not. I'm not sniffing coke. But I'm not above sniffing coke. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. But anything I do it in moderation. So I keep dipping down because I'm rolling the blunt. Yeah, so that's what I kept dipping down for. But yeah, so that's if there's anything else you want to know about me, man, just feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Let me see. It's the way you was moving your head forward. Oh yeah, when I kept doing down, I was looked like I was doing lines and shit, huh? No, I was rolling the blunt smoke. The reason why I was looking at your name, man, because I got a partner of mine. I was like, is that my smoke? But he spell his name different. Yeah, I don't know anybody for what they do. If somebody want to smoke coke, sniff coke, sniff coke. Hey, nah, you good? You good? Smoke. Like I say, hey, I'm not above it. Like shit, I have. I sniffed coke before. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I'm a real person. I live. You gotta live life to know it. Shit, I've done a lot of things, man. You know, that's what made me into the man I am now. You know, but I'm very self aware, uh, and I learned my lessons well in life. You know, uh, yeah, man. Like I'm fucking. I'm a real motherfucker. I ain't gonna get on here in front and blow smoke up nobody's ass and act like I'm perfect and therefore, no, I'm not above criticism. You know, uh, like I'm not somebody out here like I'm not gonna say like I know if you hear when you hear me talking and doing my videos and shit and say you'll hear me talk about Anthony Joshua or whatever and what it means to be champion, being a role model, little kids looking up to you and whatnot. Yeah, see, that's for Anthony. That's not for me. I'm not that motherfucker. I'm just a welder, you know. So if I want to go blow me a couple lines this evening, motherfucker, I will. You know what I mean? I'm being dead ass serious with you. I will. You know, if I want to smoke me a blunt, yeah, I will. You know what I mean? But yeah, so but it ain't like if I did say if I wanted to go do some fucking coke this evening and I went and did it, I wouldn't be fucking out here pawning my motherfucking shit for it the next day and shit like that. Like you know, I got caught in Texas in 2002. Me and my cousin got popped in Round Rock, Texas, with a bunch of cocaine. I sold cocaine back in the day. I sold cocaine for a long ass time. Like, I never got popped domestically. I got caught going to get it. We would go down there and get it, then come back up here to where I stay at now, and that's where I would sell my shit at. But I got it in Texas because it was cheaper, and I was like, I that's why I got to own my own business because I was always under the type that thought like, I'm not going goddamn. Why pay you for something that I can do myself? So like, why if my boss man, all he's doing is getting the money and paying me to do the job, you know? See, so it's like he's acting as a middleman. That's how my mentality is. So why the fuck should I work for you when we can get rid of your ass and I can go directly to the customer and do it my goddamn self? So that's why I went to Texas to go get my shit. It was only 15,000. I'm talking too much. Anyway, it was way cheaper for what I was getting down there, and so that's why I did it. And but yeah, I'm a real motherfucker. Smoke. And y'all, I gotta wrap this video up, so I gotta go check. Go see about some shit. Like I said, I'm trying to get my business crunk back up. Uh, when I come back, I want to go live at least one more time tonight. I want to go live one more time tonight or today, and I want to try to finish that video about the hate and and get that out to y'all too. So go take care of this business, guys. I appreciate y'all being with me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll get back with you later on. And hey, like I always say, I love all y'all, man, for subscribing. Thanks so much, man. And, regardless how big or how small I get, I really appreciate y'all, and I do it. Y'all really mean a lot to me, man, for real, man. So I really appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna get up out of here now. Y'all take it easy. Clip, Lou, hardcore casuals. We're out.